Hello, fellow humans, and welcome to the Madhouse. I'm Josh, and, well, actually it's the new Madhouse thinking about it. I would give you a proper tour, but, well, I don't feel right doing that on my phone and my other camera. I forgot to charge it. Because I tried to film this video last night and then had to delete the footage and forgot to charge it to do it again this morning. Life's a bitch like that, sorry. So instead I'll do it very briefly on my phone instead. Today is, of course, Wednesday. For the first time in ages, I'm not actually pre-filming. So it is, of course, time for Top 5 Wednesday, which was created by Lainey of Gingery's Lainey. I'll put her link and the Goodreads group down below. And today's topic is books to do with mental illness. Now, I can't show all of these books because I don't have them here at university. So I'll just tell you about them, and if I can actually manage to edit this on my computer, if I have the time today, because I'm very busy, I'll do it, but if not, I won't, obviously. Now, I will say I'm not going to include books like this, because while I really enjoy it, it's about madness more than mental health and mental illness, which is something, well, quite related. They're not exactly the same thing. Depression is not the same as being a psychotic murderer with an obsessive love of clowning. So, these books are not rated according to personal preference, just in the order I thought of them, because I can't really put a mental illness above another one. It's like saying, what sort of cancer would you prefer? None are good, you just have to deal with them and live with them. So, at number 5... So, the first one I'm going to mention is The Dead House by Dawn Kurtagich, which is an incredible book written by a wonderfully talented lady. I'll put her information in the description below. It's an exploration of what used to be called multiple personality disorder, or even schizophrenia, but I can't remember the word that she uses for it in that, but it's the more acceptable word for it. Goodness, my skin looks awful. This is why I need better lighting. And possibly makeup. It's fantastically written, and one never knows really whether Caitlin and Carly are actually suffering from a mental illness or dealing with demonic possession. We don't know, but I love it anyway, and I think you'll love it too. The next book I want to mention then is the Hunger Games trilogy by Suzanne Collins, specifically Catching Fire and Mockingjay, because according to my uncle, who was a soldier in the army and has dealt with post-traumatic stress disorder, it is an exceptionally good portrayal of it. It's not perfect, but the world isn't perfect, you have to live with that. At number 3, there is Shaking Hands with Death by Sir Terry Pratchett. I had to mention Sir Terry in here somewhere. It's one of my videos. You'd feel lost without it, surely. But it's a very good book. It's the transcript of a speech he, or rather Tony Robinson, gave on his behalf at the Richard Dimbleby lecture several years ago about his diagnosis of Alzheimer's, his resultant mental state, and his desire to end his life before his mind slipped away from him, which he was unable to do, but it's an excellent read nonetheless, and of course it's very, very short. Ow. At number 2, we have The Complete Works of William Shakespeare. If you don't know why, I can't help you. Goodbye. It's very good, though. And at number 1, there is The Yellow Wallpaper by Charlotte Perkins Gilman, which is an excellent portrayal of postnatal depression. And also then, because of the time it's written in the late 19th, early 20th centuries, an exploration of psychiatric treatment at the time and what people were treated like. The character in this, whose name currently escapes me, Jane, I think, Her husband, who is a doctor, obviously knows better than her, so takes her away from her home. Her family won't let her see the child, puts her in a house in the country. They go with her, of course. He's not a barbarian, so he's slightly kind in that respect. But she's allowed no stimuli, nothing to possibly excite her and make her hysterical. And as a result, she slips further and further into mental illness and goes what can only really be called batshit crazy. It's an excellent book, and it was quite influential in the psychological world anyway, psychiatric, because it changed how doctors and people treated their patients when they were suffering from mental illnesses. They were treated not as people to be locked up and restrained, but as people with health problems like any other. And that's a good thing. Now that's it. I apologise for the quality in this video and the fact that you can see all of my spots. That's not pleasant. But I hope to resolve this for the next video, which should be up on Friday unless there's a problem, because I'm very, very busy. Today's book recommendation is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. It's exceptionally good, and I wish I didn't know the Iliad, because all the way through it I was just kind of shouting at the characters, "No, don't do it!" So that... As always, please click like, share and subscribe, and why not leave any comments. Today's random question is, what is your favourite fictional portrayal of a mental or psychiatric facility? I would say don't include places like Arkham, because, well, Arkham is not a psychiatric facility really. It's just a high security prison for people with superpowers or ice rays and that sort of thing. And it's not even particularly secure. Until next time, goodbye!